Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. First up, a brand new gem from former Ubisoft devs at CLIC. Expedition 33 is a JRPG with turn-based combat and a story that's unique in its own way. You lead a team of warriors trying to stop a mysterious entity called the Painter, who, every year, picks a number and turns everyone that age to dust. This time, 33. The story hits hard, tackling themes of loss, hope, and facing the inevitable. The combat's awesome too. Turn-based attacks mixed with real-time dodges and counters mean you gotta think and react, which keeps things fresh. Visually, it's Unreal Engine 5 magic, playing with light and shadow in wild locations like floating reefs and islands made of faces. The soundtrack? Orchestral, operatic, with some rock thrown in, it slaps. Exploring the world, you'll find diaries from past expeditions, lore drops, fight bosses and mobs, and chill at camp to bond with your crew, unlocking new team attacks. The main story runs about 30 hours, but side content easily doubles that. Bottom line: a must-play for JRPG fans who love deep stories and stylish combat. Amerzone, The Explorer's Legacy. Next, a remake of a cult classic adventure game from 1999 by Benoit Sokol, the guy behind Siberia. You play a journalist tasked by an old explorer, Alexander Valenboys, to return a stolen egg of mythical white birds to the mysterious, and dictator-ravaged, land of Amerzone. The story's gripping, blending ecology, politics, and mysticism, all wrapped in classic point-and-click gameplay. You'll explore jungles, ruins, and even pilot a hydrofoil that flies and sails. The remake's visuals are photorealistic, bringing the jungle and its weird creatures to life, though some players complain about clunky navigation and stiff animations. It's short, 5 to 6 hours, but that's plenty for a slow-burn adventure like this. Perfect for fans of atmospheric, retro-style games, just make sure you've got a decent PC. TES4, Oblivion Remastered. And now, the legendary TES4, Oblivion. Not the old one, the new remaster that dropped just days ago. This thing's packed with upgrades, not just visuals, but gameplay tweaks too. I swear, I nearly lost it just opening the menu. And in-game? Pure magic. But, not all sunshine. First, it's a chunky 120 gigs. Not a deal breaker, but oof. Second, optimization's rough. My RTX 3080 dipped to 40 FPS in cities, which hurts in expert-level fights. Yes, I'm masochistic like that. But the game itself? A timeless masterpiece. If you've never played it, fix that. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. The Fatal Fury series is back after 26 years, and it's bringing classic 2D fighting action with a fresh coat of paint. The visuals? A vibrant mix of anime and American comic book style, where every character and gritty city backdrop pops like a panel straight out of a graphic novel. Smooth animations and a hype soundtrack crank up the intensity of every fight. Fan favorites return, Rock Howard, Terry Bogard, and more, alongside new faces that fit right into the lore. The gameplay revolves around the REV system, letting you unleash devastating combos right from the opening bell, until your meter overheats. There are two control styles, a hardcore mode for precision combo fiends and a smart style for newcomers that simplifies flashy moves. Bottom line: it's accessible but deep. With 84% positive Steam reviews, solid netcode for smooth cross-platform fights, and a single-player South Town RPG Lite mode, complete with missions and customization, this is a fighter worth your time. But, guest characters like Cristiano Ronaldo? Seriously? Who thought soccer kicks belonged here? Pure cringe. Otherwise? A knockout. Beholder, Conductor. A spin-off of the cult classic Beholder series, this time you're a trained conductor in a dystopian regime. Your job? Inspect tickets, rifle through luggage, and report anyone suspicious to the authorities. The pixel art style keeps the series' grim tone but adds lush details, from grimy economy cars to VIP suites, making the train feel alive. Gameplay mixes papers, please with classic beholder, scan tickets, search bags, and decide whether to expel, betray, or protect passengers. Finding contraband, like rebel pamphlets, adds tension, and your choice is hurt. I ratted out an old lady once, turns out she might have been innocent, and the guilt sticks. Multiple endings hinge on your loyalty to the state, or sympathy for rebels. A few bugs lingered at launch, frozen animations, but patches cleaned it up. Overall, a tense, morally brutal experience that honors the series while carving its own path. Tempest Rising. This new RTS, released April 17th, feels like a love letter to 90s classics, Command and Amp, Conquer fans, take note, but with Unreal Engine 5 polish. Set in an alternate 1997 where the Cuban Missile Crisis sparked WWE, factions now battle over Tempest, a mysterious plant with energy-giving properties. Two main factions clash. Global Defense Forces, GDF high-tech drones and mobility. Tempest Dynasty, heavy artillery and flamethrowers, plus a third, enigmatic faction later in the campaign. The visuals shine, detailed units, destructible maps, and cinematic, if not groundbreaking, cutscenes. Gameplay is classic RTS, build bases, harvest resources, swarm enemies. The GDF rewards tactics, the Dynasty thrives on brute force. The 11 mission campaigns are diverse, defense, assaults, etc., with army customization between missions. But flaws hold it back. A half-baked cover system, units barely benefit. Resource storage caps at 6,000, forcing spammy play. Some call it a C&AMP, C clone, but it's a solid homage with modern flair. Worth a look for RTS purists. Lost Skies. Next up is Lost Skies, a cooperative survival adventure that feels like a spiritual successor to Worlds Adrift, but with a stronger PvE focus and a more welcoming vibe. You play as a survivor in a post-apocalyptic world of floating islands, exploring ancient ruins, crafting gear, and building your own airship to battle storms and massive creatures. Visually, it's stunning. Vivid clouds, lush greenery on the islands, and smooth animations create a serene, but slightly tense, atmosphere, helped by a gorgeous soundtrack. Gameplay revolves around exploration, crafting, and survival. You'll use grappling hooks, glider wings, and climbing skills to scale islands, solve puzzles using an anti-gravity mineral called Atlas, and scavenge resources. Shipbuilding is a standout feature. You can customize everything from hulls to cannons, but you'll need to balance weight, it affects flight performance. Play solo or team up with up to 6 friends, co-op really shines here. Building a fleet together or taking down bosses like giant flying beasts is a blast. Right now, the campaign is limited to 1 region and 3 island types, but future updates should expand the world. Keep an eye on this one. Sins of a Solar Empire 2. This is Sins of a Solar Empire 2, an RTS with 4X elements where you rule a galactic empire in real time, juggling fleets, economics, and diplomacy. 3 factions clash for dominance. The TC, Space Traders. The Advent, Psionic Fanatics. The Vazari, Nomadic Aliens. Each has 2 sub-factions, totaling 6 unique playstyles. The visuals are top tier, planets, ships, and explosions all pop in Unreal Engine 5. Gameplay balances macro empire management and tactical combat. You'll colonize planets, mine resources, credits, metals, etc., research tech, and mass-produce fleets, from frigates to Titan-class behemoths so massive they can tank missiles just by being huge. A standout feature? Orbital mechanics. Planets and asteroids move dynamically, opening/closing travel routes and forcing long-term strategy. Factions also feel deeper than in the first game. The TEC manipulates markets. The Vazari scavenge wreckage for resources. The Advent use psionics for mind control. Multiplayer supports up to 10 players, with drop-in/drop-out and AI replacement, perfect for large-scale galactic wars. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Don't sleep on this one. Based on the 1974 horror classic, this game drops you into the grim world of the Sawyers, a cannibal family, including Leatherface, hunting 4 victims. The visuals nail the original's claustrophobic grime, from the rotting Sawyer house to abandoned gas stations. Animations are brutal, Leatherface's swings hurt, and the sound design, chainsaw revs, victim screams, is impeccable. Steam reviews praise its faithfulness to the film, and I agree. Even cutscenes use a VHS filter, and details like bones in furniture are pure fan service. Gameplay is asymmetrical horror, think Dead by Daylight, but with more killers. Victims start trapped in the basement, with Leatherface already lurking, and must escape by picking locks, disabling generators, and hiding. Each victim has unique abilities. Connie picks locks faster. Leland can knock killers down. Sunny and Julie, well, they're kinda weak. Playing as victims is tense, one wrong move, and you're on a meat hook. The family requires teamwork. Leatherface smashes barriers. Hitchhiker sets traps. Cook locks doors and hears victims through walls, my personal favorite. It's more strategic than DBD, though you'll still do your share of frantic running. If you love horror, this is a must-try. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. This is one atmospheric RPG. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon offers a dark fantasy twist on Arthurian legends, where you explore the cursed island of Avalon, trapped in eternal autumn. The visuals are stunning, thick fog, ruined villages, eerie forests, and highly detailed NPCs reminiscent of Elder Scrolls, but with a darker, almost Lovecraftian vibe. Gameplay is open world, first person, with third person possibly coming soon. You'll explore, fight, and make morally gray choices that actually impact the world. With 250+ NPCs and 200+ side quests, your decisions matter, help a suspicious cult, and watch as an entire village turns hostile. Combat is flexible, swords, bows, magic, alchemy, you name it. There's even a survival element, monsters grow fiercer, and the world shifts around you. Leveling through perks and crafting allows deep customization. If you love dark, immersive RPGs, this one's a gem. Easy Red 2. This isn't your typical Call of Duty. Easy Red 2 is a tactical World War II sim where you're just another soldier in the meat grinder of war. The Unity-powered visuals are simple but detailed. Battlefields range from Italian beaches, Anzio, to snowy Ardennes and Pacific jungles, Kwajalein, all dripping with atmosphere. Gameplay mixes FPS and squad tactics, you command a team, coordinating attacks, capturing points, and surviving tanks, planes, and artillery on massive, historically inspired maps. Key features. Realistic gunplay, weapons behave authentically. Crew mechanics, if your tanks hit, bail out and flee on foot. No killstreaks, just raw, tactical survival. Multiplayer includes PvP and co-op, plus a mission editor and Steam Workshop support for endless content. For the price, it's a steal. RuneScape Dragonwilds. A fresh take on co-op survival, set in the forgotten continent of Asianfall, where dragons have awakened. Play solo or with 3 friends to survive, build bases, and uncover ancient secrets to slay the Dragon Queen. Visuals, Unreal Engine 5, are breathtaking, lush forests, swamps, ruins, and magic-soaked caves blend anime-inspired fantasy with RuneScape's charm. The soundtrack's serene, maybe too calm for dragon slaying. Gameplay sticks to survival basics, chopping wood, mining or cooking, but spices it up with rune magic. Spells let you fell entire trees or shatter rocks in one hit. Skills level up to 49 so far, the more you use them. Combat simple but fun, swords, bows, staves, dodges, and parries. Base building is intuitive, snap-to-place parts, free-cam flying for complex structures, think Valheim but smoother. Quests guide you across the map, unlocking resources, like copper, and NPCs familiar to RuneScape veterans. Verdict, a lively, modernized take on RuneScape's grind, with dragons. Lords of the Fallen, 2023. Don't sleep on Lords of the Fallen. This reboot of the 2014 game had a rocky start, thanks to optimization issues, but it's evolved into a legit Souls-like contender. You play as a dark crusader in the gothic hellscape of Mornstead, battling to stop the demon god Adur. The Unreal Engine 5 visuals are stunning, cathedrals dripping with gloom, bone-choked swamps, and monsters that'd make Bloodborne proud. Gameplay sticks to Souls staples, third-person combat, parries, dodges, bonfire-like checkpoints, but with a killer twist, dual worlds. Use your lantern to shift between the realms of the living and dead, each with unique enemies, paths, and puzzles. Die in one. You respawn in the other, but die there, and it's game over. Combat's weighty, with 9 starting classes and magic that outshines most Souls-likes. Boss fights are highlights, clean telegraphs, brutal rhythms. Plus, the new patch 2.0 added full co-op with shared progression and a friend pass system. Perfect for suffering through Mornstead with a buddy. Avowed. Avowed, Obsidian's fantasy RPG set in the Pillars of Eternity world, defied the rumors and delivered. You're an envoy of the Ether Empire, investigating a fungal plague driving people and beasts mad. Think Annihilation meets Oblivion. The UE5 visuals blend vibrant fungi forests with grim ruins, though the soundtrack's forgettable. Gameplay's a mashup of Skyrim and the Outer Worlds, open but hub-based exploration, light parkour, and combat that slaps. Swords, guns, magic, including black holes, and class-free builds let you mix styles. Loved playing as a spell-slinging battlemage with a spear. Gear matters, and you can recruit 2 of 4 companions. Shout out to Kai, the gruff warrior. Choices actually impact the world. I accidentally doomed a town by backing a cult. Want to talk your way past bandits? Go for it. Avowed rewards creativity. No More Room in Hell 2. I jumped into No More Room in Hell 2 recently, and wow, it's come a long way since last year's rocky early access. This 8-player co-op survival horror channels the spirit of the 2011 Half-Life 2 mod that inspired it. You're stuck in a zombie apocalypse, scrambling to survive with 7 strangers. Scavenge, complete objectives, and fight waves of undead on massive maps. The tension's real, permadeath means one mistake erases your progress. Gameplay's brutal. Weapons feel heavy, pipes, shotguns, etc. Gore system makes each hit visceral. Zombies are slow but deadly in hordes, and noise attracts them. Maps are procedural, with random spawns and paths for replayability. Bugs linger, but the core loop. Pure adrenaline. If you miss Left 4 Dead's chaos, this is your fix.